My name is Moja Benjamin, and I'll be guiding you through Introduction to Law. We shall start with nature, purpose, and classification of law. Generally, the term law is ambiguous and it shall not restrict itself to any one particular item. Its various definitions will cover the following. Laws of physical science, e.g., the law of gravity. Laws of social science, e.g., the law of demand and supply. Laws of morality, e.g., respect for the elderly. Laws of religion, e.g., the commandments given to man by the Almighty through his prophet Moses. And finally, we have laws of state. Laws of state, also known as a state law, and this is actually what we shall cover in our various topics regarding law. State law is that which is made and enforced by machinery of government. The machinery of government comprises of the three arms of government: the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. It is then necessary for us to identify the specific features of state law so that we are able to distinguish it from the other kinds of law. The main features of state law are: it must be a collection of rules. Secondly, such rules must be binding and compulsory. Thirdly, the rules must be applicable to certain or specific persons. And by using the term persons, in this regard, we are referring to the natural and the artificial persons. And hence, we are also talking about incorporated associations such as companies. These rules must have been made by machinery of government. And last but not least, breach of these rules must result into legal punishment by the state agencies. When you look at these various features we've identified, it is then very easy for you to distinguish between state law and the other kinds of law. Because with the state law, it is made by government and it is binding and compulsory. Whereas, if you look at the other kinds of law, e.g., the laws of religion or the laws of physical science, you'll find the government element and the binding and compulsory elements do not exist. It is then necessary for us to identify what are the main purposes of a state law. And there are very many purposes, but we shall identify just a few. One of the purposes of a state law is to maintain peace and security. Security within the state boundaries. Another important aspect is to provide justice to members of society. Another one is to maintain political and economic stability within the state boundaries. A very important element and purpose of state law is to provide, protect,